Okay, everybody's done this before, I'm sure, but you all know you have to keep your life preservers on.
Today, 2 Knights from St. Matthew Council 10852 spent the day on Lake Wylie on a pontoon boat with 4 residents of Holy Angels.
Well, the Knights of Columbus have a charity called the Lamb Foundation, and that foundation's sole purpose is to raise money to help organizations that serve those with intellectual disabilities, such as Holy Angels. These individuals have needs that most of us can't imagine what they are. An organization like Holy Angel exists to serve these people. We're all God's creatures. All God's creatures deserve the kinds of love that others can help them with. And the folks here at Holy Angels do a special job with these folks with special needs. And it just, because they need help, I want to help in any way that I can.
We want to provide opportunities for our folks to experience life to its fullest. And so often they can't get to places like you and I can get to. And so we've created various experiences for them. And being on the water and being in a boat is freeing, I think, for anybody. And it's fun, and it's the wind in your face. And for some of our kids that maybe don't respond to certain things, they respond to that experience on the water. And really, we just want them to have as normal a life as possible within their abilities to appreciate what we offer. So often, anyone who comes here, particularly people who work with us here, you know, I believe they're called to this ministry and to this mission. And so often, you know, I hear that they receive more than they give. And sometimes, you know, I wonder about that, because I know we all work very hard to provide this home environment, but a place where people can just be and be who they are. And so if you ask any of our staff, they would tell you, I think 100% of the time, if you ask, why are you here, they would tell you, because the residents, I feel like I'm making a difference. They make me happy. They appreciate what I do. And I think that's part of the reason. And I think, you know, as I've said to people who have come here, you know, this is a calling. Truly, it's a calling. And to be here and to work here every single day is, it's God's work in action. It's that mercy. It's part of who we are as a sponsored ministry of the Sisters of Mercy.
It's gratifying. That's one of the best words I can use to describe it. You know, all the hustle and bustle and planning beforehand makes it worth it once we get out there. Once we get the residents strapped on and they're smiling and they're enjoying it and they're feeling the breeze go through their hair and all that, that makes it all worth it. So for Charlie, it was gratifying, it was joy, it was happiness. And, you know, if they're happy, I'm happy, truly.
This is hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do it?
For them. They deserve it. They deserve everything.
What does that mean, they deserve it?
They have been put in and given unfortunate conditions, situations that they don't deserve, and they didn't choose it, and we don't know what would have been their potential. So I think if, you know, they get to go on a boat ride, or they get a little extra attention today, or they get to be held, or they get a little sneak treat to them. It's what they deserve. It's what their life should be about. If I want a treat, I get to go get it. They don't have that luxury. If I want to go rent a boat or buy a boat, I can go do that. They can't. So I think anything to make their lives better. We don't know if they're going to be here tomorrow or 10 years. So I think every moment has to be the best it can be for them.
I just love being with James, and anything he does, I'm usually involved. You saw the water skiing. He goes horseback riding and boats. He didn't get to go on the boats this year too much. This is his first boat ride this year.
How blessed are you guys?
Oh, I am so much blessed. It's just, I can't put it in words. To be with him every day. his reaction when he sees me every day, I mean, just gets to me. And there are times when I'll take him to the front door just to go to my car and to get something out of my car, and when I come back, it's like he hadn't seen me in 10 years. He just goes yelling and screaming and kicking, and everybody just laughs at him, you know. It's really funny.
So if you're not moved by what you see, then I don't think the individual has a soul. So once you see how God's love is shown to these people in need, it's just an absolutely life-changing experience. I mean, God says that we're going to go to heaven or we're not. The separation of the goats and the lambs. And when they said, feed my sheep, visit the sick, visit the imprisoned, do this for the least among my brothers, you do it for me. So these folks who are doing it for the least among our fellow brothers, these residents here, they're doing it for God. And it's just a tremendous impact as far as how this love that they show for these special residents here, just radiates to all, and it just impacts us to the very core of our being.
Somebody watching this says, I want to help. How can they help?
Well, Holy Angels is on the web, www.holyangelsnc.org, and there's various ways people could help. They could volunteer, they could donate money, they could share their expertise. As I've said to many people who say they want to help, they want to make a difference, I said, listen, we have something for everybody. If you want to do office work, we have that. If you want to work with our residents, we have that. If you want to help out in our cafe where you had lunch today, you can come and help us there. So really, we're kind of a community, and I would say we're a community of faith, where we all believe that certainly God has his hand in everything here. And, when I speak to my staff, I say, where else can you go and experience miracles every day? And that's what we have here, miracles every day at Holy Angels.
Thank God for another day. Thank God they were here again. Thank God for their smiles. I'm exhausted when I leave, but I know I get to do it the next day, and I know when their smiles first thing that next morning, it's all worth it.
I got the month of May. Bet you wonder why we feel this way? My girl.
Got it. Hey Jim, can you get it?
Yeah, what's it doing?
Jim.
Yep, got it.
Am I close to the railing?
That is what I got.
Alright, cool.
Thank you.
Rescue one.